Yo, what is up? Thank you all for tuning in wherever and whenever you are watching this, guys. My boy Garrison and I are going to be going over some mindset stuff. We just got back from a convention with thousands and thousands of people where they went to go learn about online business, entrepreneurship, mentorship, trading, all sorts of online business. But guys, we have a lot of great nuggets, some things that I have from the past that I want to share with you, and some things that I actually learned at this event that I want to share with you as well. And I know Garrison has some really good things here to share with you as well. So I'm going to go ahead and honestly just dive right into this, guys. I don't have anything to share with you on my screen. So, just bear with me because I do have a little bit of this book, Outwitting the Devil. I want to read just a couple pages, just like a couple sections, not super long, but I want to share these things with you from this convention we were just at, because it was honestly absolutely incredible. And again, we're kicking it off here with some mindset, guys, because everything starts with the mindset. Like Jim Rohn says, right? It's not the blowing of the wind, it's the set of the sail. The wind blows on us all. What's your attitude about the wind, right? You can have two types of attitudes. So, guys, sometimes we must act into a feeling, right? And Tyler, you're like, Tyler, what do you mean you have to act into a feeling? Well, guess what? Let's use this as an example, right? Like tomorrow, you got your alarm set early, you're going to go to the gym. And when you wake up, you don't feel like doing it, right? Sometimes you don't want to wake up. Some mornings it's easier than others, right? You wake up and it's easier to let that little voice vomit, and it's like, oh, it's warm in bed. I don't want to get up. I could sleep for another couple of minutes. And it's like that little voice in your head gives you every excuse in order to just boom, skip and skip it. So guys, sometimes we must act our way into feeling. Right? I didn't want to get on this call right away. I wanted to shower first, but guess what? We have to act into feeling, right? Now, once I started this, I don't want to stop. Garrison's gonna get a call after this, and he's gonna be like, bro, shut up, go shower. Because I'm gonna be going in. You have to act the way you have to act into feeling sometimes, right? You don't want to go to the gym. Guess what happens once you go? You know what happens when you go? You feel great. You leave and you're like, wow, I'm really glad I went. I've never went to the gym and was like, I shouldn't have went today. Why'd I even, I've never once went to the gym and felt that way. If you have, I'm sorry. Maybe you tripped in front of everybody and it was an embarrassing experience or something like that. But I've never went to the gym, had a workout, and was like, wow, I shouldn't even have. Every time I go there, even if I didn't want to go there before, I feel better after I leave, right? So guys, sometimes we have to act our way into feelings. And it's not always with just going to the gym, it's with everything. Whether it's going on Instagram and messaging 10 new people, or whether it's sitting down and reading this book for 10 pages, or you go to this webinar, seminar, event, and you actually pay attention, you put your phone down and you're attentive. I think I said that right? Um, so guys, sometimes you have to act your way into the feeling. You're not always going to feel like doing it. And that's the secret. You don't always feel like doing it. The key is to do it no matter what. So make the decision, guys. Make the decision to be committed. One thing I learned from one of my mentors is he told me, Tyler, commitment is not dependent on your feelings. It doesn't matter how you feel, you made a commitment. If I tell Garrison, yo, bro, I'm gonna meet you at the gym at 5 a.m. tomorrow, and I don't show up, he's not gonna be like, oh, bro, I get it, bro. You didn't feel like going. It's cool, bro. It's cool. He's gonna be like, bro, where the hell are you? Like, why didn't you show up? You made a commitment, bro. And that's the thing. And sometimes, right? And sometimes we make these commitments to other people, and we want to sometimes other people make commitments to us and we hold them accountable, but you don't hold yourself accountable to the commitments you made to yourself. You might have said you were getting up at 5 a.m. this morning. Guess what? If you did, what happens if you didn't get up at 5? Did you let yourself hear? You're like, that's cool. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get up tomorrow again. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. The next day, right? How many next days you got? Right? Time's the most valuable commodity. You can always make more money. You can't make more time. You're not even promised the next hour. This could be your last hour, last minute, last 30 seconds. We're out here waking up like it's an accident. Like, no, bro. Wake up and do something with it. You got a purpose. Wake up, do something with it. Get after it. You didn't just wake up by accident. I can promise you that. There's a reason for that.
I
Some
want to
people don't.
toss I want to toss one thing in there real
Yeah,
quick just
bro.
before. So if I gave you $1 million, you would take it, right?
Oh,
But
for
if but
sure,
if
bro.
but if I gave you $10 million and you couldn't wake up tomorrow morning, like your life was done, like would you take it?
No, bro. I want to wake up.
Exactly, bro. Waking up's worth more than $10 million.
Sheesh. Let's go. Honestly, bro, I'm glad you shared that too, because that right there, that right there, that's it. You have a purpose, right? 90% of us are not trading that life for the 10 million. Some of us are just in a dark place, right? And it's unfortunate because what right? Until you know better, you don't know better. Once you know better, you can do better. And it's these things, guys. Some of us aren't taught the way to think, how to think properly. We have to unlearn these things. So, guys, make a commitment. Make a commitment, whatever it is. If you're gonna wake up and read a book, if you're gonna wake up, go to the gym, if you're gonna do 7 cartwheels every hour, whatever this commitment is, it does not matter how you feel. You made a commitment. Nobody asked how you felt. Get back to work. It's a commitment. And guys, hold yourself to these commitments. It's a lot easier to be like, yo, Garrison told me he would show up. And it's easy to freak out on Garrison if he doesn't show up. But what happens if I don't show up? And I committed to that. Am I going to freak out on myself? Am I going to be hard on myself? Guys, sometimes we need to take a look at the mirror and be like, yo, you let you down. Right? Sometimes you gotta do that. You gotta look at yourself like, hey, look, it was you. You let you down. It wasn't Garrison. It wasn't this person. It wasn't that person. It wasn't your teacher 7 years ago. It wasn't your dad because he didn't teach. No. If you were born broke, it's not your fault. But if you die broke, that's on you. And not broke as in money, broke as in spiritually, as in mentally. Jim Rohn says this, right? Make a goal to make $1 million. Not to make $1 million, but for what it will make of you in order to make $1 million. The average millionaire isn't just, they're not just lucky. I know way more people, right? Actually, I wrote this down. Luck is the loser's excuse for a winner's commitment. Luck is a loser's excuse for the winner's commitment. A lot of these people, right? Yeah, Garrison's over there writing notes right now. So if you don't got a pen, paper, crayon, prick your finger, write with blood, draw on the wall, whatever you got to do, guys, write this stuff down. It's not for you. What happens when you have kids, when you have a family, when you have a wife, when this stuff becomes more valuable to share than it's more valuable to share than it is to just hold. It's not what you become, it's what you help others become. And because you help others become something, you become something greater than that. So guys, make a commitment. Nobody cares how you feel, right? Make a commitment. You're doing this for you, for your family. It's not for a watch. It's not for, at the end of the day, I want financial and time freedom. It's not for the watch. It's not for a cool car. At the end of the day, is that cool? Is it, maybe will I get one? Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's for more than that. It's for my family. It's for freedom. I'm the black sheep of the family, and sometimes the black sheep's overlooked, but they end up becoming the goat of the family. At first they're the sheep, and then they're the goat, right? Garrison knows what I'm talking about. And a couple more things, guys, and I want to pass it over to Garrison, but 2 words, right? Intend and intentions. What are you doing on purpose? I didn't brush my teeth before I went to bed last night. This is serious, right? And guess what? I laid in bed and I thought about it. I'm like, oh, just do it in the morning. And it's that little thing, right? And because I let myself overstep that boundary, guess what? Tonight, it's easier for me to give in. I heard this guy, he was like, yo, I never leave any dishes in my sink because the day I do, it's okay to do it the next day, right? What you allow today, you're going to allow a little more tomorrow. You're going to be you're going to have that little slack, right? So intend and intentions, guys. What are you doing on purpose? So you go into the grocery store and you're buying snacks because it looks good, or are you buying good food on purpose because you have intentions of becoming healthier, because you intend on getting fit? What are you doing on purpose? 2 more things, guys. You do it despite of and until. Despite whatever happens and until it happens. How long do you give your average baby to walk? How long do you give the average baby to walk? Until the mom's like, you know what, this one's not doing it. The average baby, right? You teach it until it learns to walk, right? And I understand there's some different things, physical handicaps and things like that, but I'm talking about the average baby. How long do you give the average baby until you're like, no, nah, you don't. You do it until, guys. Despite of and until. And one more thing I want to share before I pass it over to Garrison is the mind of a drifter. This is very, very important. Tyler, what's a drifter? A drifter is someone who does not think for themselves, where they just let their minds drift and wander aimlessly. So let me share this with you guys. So this is from the book Outwitting the Devil. I'm going to do it really fast because I want Garrison to have enough time to share what he has, because I know it's super powerful. But Napoleon Hill says, what are some of the present day non-drifters? Oh, my bad. So Napoleon Hill says, go ahead and describe a typical drifter. Give your description point by point so I can recognize a drifter when I see him. And the devil answers back, right? He says, the first thing you will notice about a drifter is his total lack of a major purpose in life. He will be conspicuous by his lack of self-confidence. He spends all he earns and more too if he can get credit. He will have little or no imagination. He will be ill-tempered and lacking in control over his emotions, right? It's not how you feel, you made a commitment. His personality will be without magnetism and it will not attract other people. He will be a jack of all trades and a master of none. He will have opinions on everything but accurate knowledge of nothing. He will make the same mistake over and over and never profit by failure. He eats too much and exercises too little. And he will tell a lie rather than admit his ignorance on any subject. Guys, there's so many more. I mean, I have like this whole, I'm just like reading some of these, but extremely powerful book, guys. This is one of my favorites. I'm rereading it. I've read it multiple times, but I highly suggest you go back, check it out, listen to the audio. It's free on YouTube if you don't have enough money to buy the $12 book. And my last thing, guys, is invest in yourself. I've spent over $50,000 in the last 7 years, well over $50,000. I did the math the other day. Garrison's like, probably like, damn, is that real? I promise you, bro. It's well over 50,000. It's closer to 100 than it is 50. In the last 7 years, I've spent over 50,000 investing into my mind, into books, into webinars, into seminars, into mentorship, into educational platforms, into there's so many things and guys, spend 12 bucks, spend 15 bucks, spend 20 bucks, and don't just spend 20 bucks because guys, how much does this book cost, right? Somebody's like $20, $19.99. No. That's how much the print costs. That's how much this little graphic costs. The knowledge inside of here, you could never pay for because it's absolutely priceless. You're paying for the physical, this picture on the front. You're paying for the lines, for the paper. The value, you don't have enough money to pay for it. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to pass it over to Garrison, one of my best friends, one of my business partners. He's out there hopefully staying warm in the cold, bro. I appreciate you. And take it away, man.
Yeah, speaking of, I'm gonna just pick up or start off on this book here. I'm not gonna read anything, but I just wanted to recommend this too. The Instant Millionaire. I've this is like actually I'm starting to get into reading more. I try to do about like 15, 30 minutes to 45 minutes of depending on the time, depending on what my time is looking like for that day, I try to get at least 15 minutes of personal development in. So that's one of the books I've read before. And so yeah, today I want to go over like three mindsets of a trader, like or three mindsets that you will have in a trade as well. Kind of the same thing here. Sorry if I'm looking down a lot. I have notes and my dog's sitting here bothering the hell out of me. So, first we're gonna start off with like the mindset you should like have going into a trade. Listen, guys, if you go into a trade like with a mindset that you need to win, you're probably not gonna win that. Like if you're throwing your rent money on a trade or money you need, like your car money, you know, whatever it may be, if you need that money, most likely you're probably gonna over leverage and you're gonna lose. And those are the people that are calling crypto a scam when they're throwing the money that they need in there, losing it. But you have to be emotionally unattached to that outcome. You have to win with a straight face, you have to lose with a straight face. And you always have to go into the trade with confidence. Um, Not uncertainty. If you go into it with uncertainty, and you're like shaking, you know, you're on your phone, you're like, I'm about to take the trade, and and you accidentally hit sell when you meant to hit buy. That's what's gonna happen. Um, and you know you maybe end up hitting another trade or taking a little loss because of the spread or whatever it may be. Just know what you're gonna do before you go into the trade and what's gonna happen if you lose and if you win. Because if you take 10 trades, you lose seven of them, and the three that you win are like on a 1 to 5 risk to reward. That makes you up like 8% on those trades if you do the math. And that's if you leverage it correctly. If you risk 1% of your account 10 times and you get 5% out of those three times. Um, did I say that right? If you take 10 trades and you risk 1% each trade, you lose seven of them. That's 7%, but you win three with 5%. That's 15%. Do the math there. So a mindset that you could have in a drawdown, um, you know, you want to know what direction you're going in before you go into the trade. But if you're going in a drawdown, you're like, oh my God, trade won't come back. Oh my God, no rent money. Oh my God, I'm down the car payment. You're gonna panic and you're gonna take your loss, or you're gonna get out too early even. I think my camera's getting a little blurry here.
Dropping that heat, bro. It's heating up in there. It's steaming up the room.
Facts. All right, so like I said, you have to know what you are willing to risk and reward in your trade. I don't know why it's doing
I'm
that.
not sure, bro.
Let me wipe it
The,
off
the,
here.
the picture isn't clear, but your message is.
I thought I had. All right, whatever. Screw it. Screw it. So, the snipers on Instagram guys that are posting like, "Oh, look at the snipe, perfect entry." They're not going to be posting their losses. I mean, every trader's going to take a loss. Are we going to post them? I mean, why would you post a lost trade? But like, I mean, you're going to have drawdown in a trade. Not every trade's going to be a sniper. You gotta know your stop loss and everything. Your stop loss, take profit before you even enter the trade, guys. That's very important. And so now I'll move over to like mindsets that you should have when you're in profit. This is really bothering me.
Yeah, I don't know what
Um,
happened to it, bro. You were just dropping sauce and it heated up or something, and I don't know, bro.
yeah, I don't know. It must have been spitting too many facts or something.
Right, bro?
So when you're in mindsets in profit, guys, let your runners run, but don't be afraid to take partial profits. Um, Usually when I take a partial profit, I secure that 1 to 3 risk to reward. I secure that 3% gain before I exit that trade. So a little thing I want to explain is like, so when you're going through an airport, you got to go through TSA, you got to take everything off. They got to search everything, make sure you don't have anything. But you guys want to do that before you enter your trade, just like they do, like just like Tyler was talking about a baby and walking. Like you're not gonna like half teach a baby how to walk or like, like you're not gonna give them a half cooked meal and be like, here, cook the rest. Like, guys, you have to get in here and look at all your rules and make sure all your confirmations are hit before you take the trade. You must have a trading plan and rules, guys. And next time I'll go over a little bit of like trading plans and some like portfolio ideas and indicators that will kind of go along with this. But that's really all I have, guys. Tyler, you think I could have gone over anything a little bit more, or do you have anything you want to add? Well, now my camera fixed. See, it's like
Yeah,
it's
right,
like
bro.
it's like see, it's like all right, you cooled down now.
Like, yo, bro, you good? Like, you all right? Nah, bro, you killed it. Honestly, bro, you definitely killed it. Yeah, I mean, realistically, bro, the only thing I want to touch on lastly is the feeling's a secret, man. I know we got a couple more minutes, and the last thing I want to share is the feeling is a secret. And if this is your first mindset call, first personal volume, probably like, yo, what is he talking about? The feeling's a secret, right? So let's say you're on stage and you wrote the best poem in the entire world, and you're being recognized for it. How does that feel? You're on stage, there's a crowd of 10,000 people, right? It's the best poem you ever wrote, or the best, so you're being recognized, right? How does that feel, being on stage, being recognized for having the best poem in the whole world? You got 10,000 people cheering, going nuts. What does that feel like, right? And it doesn't have to be that exact scenario that I built for you, but you need to build these scenarios in your head, like your goal. What does it feel like to retire your family? What does it feel like to hand your mom 10K cash, your dad 10K cash? What does it feel like to give your brother, mother, sister, uncle, aunt, cousin, guardian, dog, cat? Like, what does it feel like to give them the life they deserve, to retire them, to tell them, hey, look, you don't have to work? What does that feel like? You need to envision. Your imagination is one of the higher faculties, guys. It's one of the most important higher faculties is your imagination. It's something we use a lot more when we're younger, and when we're more grown up, we tend to use it a lot less. But you need to imagine, right? You need to use your imagination like a kid, And you need to understand, imagine, oh, what does it feel like to do this? What does it feel like to walk across the stage and I impacted thousands of people across the globe and I helped them make $1 million? What does that feel like? And do that. Put yourself in that feeling. What does it feel like to go to the dealership and get your brand new G-Wagon, right? The AMG G63, right? That it's like $160,000 if you customize it. But I only know because I have it. But you have to visualize these things, right? You need to know what color the car is. What's the interior? What's the top speed of the car? What does it smell like? Have you licked the steering wheel? Like if you like you need to go, like lick your goal card, whatever it takes, right?
Facts.
You need to feel
Act as if it's already done.
exactly that, bro. Exactly that. What does it feel like as if it's already done? The feeling is the secret, guys. You need to practice putting yourself in this emotion, right? And not just, like you can't just sit here and be like, I'm gonna be rich. I feel rich, and it's not it doesn't happen. You have to put the action in behind it too, right? You know, 80% of the success in any industry is just showing up and doing the work.
Facts.
20% is a person, I think. 80% is just showing up. The other 20% really is the work. Realistically, 80% is just showing up and being there in the room, being present, showing up on the mindset call. Even if you don't want to do it, if you don't feel like it, right? Commitment is not dependent on feelings. I don't know how many times I got to say that,
Facts.
but I'm saying it not just for people listening, but for myself too, guys. It's a lot. Jim Rohn says this, and I love this because it's a lot easier to talk about this stuff than it is to practice it, right? It's a lot easier to talk about getting up at 5 a.m. than it is to actually do it every morning. But it takes that discipline. Don't start, don't go from 7 a.m. to 5 a.m. Go from 7 to 6:45, from 6:45 to 6, maybe 40 or 35 or 30. Slowly work your way back, guys. It doesn't have to be the instant jump. It starts with one. You go the extra mile, right? I heard this years ago. I'm glad this popped up, but you go the extra mile, right? And it's not that you go the extra mile right away. It's that you take that extra step every single day. You take that extra step. You stay up an extra 10 minutes and write your goals down. You stay up an extra 3 minutes and brush your teeth, right? You stay up an extra whatever it takes, right? That you do that extra step. And over time, those extra steps become the extra mile, right? You take that extra step every single day and over time becomes you going that extra mile because you stayed up 10 minutes longer, because you did it and you didn't feel like it. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is they actually take action. They both feel the same feeling, right? The successful person wakes up and doesn't want to go to the gym. They don't want to eat healthy. They don't want to do this. But guess what? They do it anyway. And that's why they become successful, guys. That's the last thing I want to share with you guys. It was just a little extra nugget, a little icing on the top because I knew we had a little bit extra time in here. But other than
I'm
that,
gonna
guys,
dabble a little bit
yeah,
more
yeah,
in that.
yeah. Take
So
it back, bro.
so
It's all
we
you.
were at me and Tyler were both at this event, obviously. So I wanted to share a few things. Um, I wanted to share a few things from that event. Sorry, I was getting a call. But so Nino Torres is one of the educators on a platform that me and Tyler use, and it's part of the event. It's who threw the event this weekend in Orlando. It was a great event. Shout out to them. Shout out to everybody that's a part of it. It's changed my life. It was my first event. I already know it's gonna change my life, and yeah, I'm ready to get to work. So so what one of the things Torres says is when the student is ready, the mentor will appear. Guys, you're gonna go looking for a mentor when you want it. The mentor is not just gonna walk into your room and be like, "Hey, come on, it's time to go make $1 million today." Like, like here's $20, let's go do something with it.
Facts. They're gonna recognize that the effort and the
Facts,
will.
yeah. And then I'm gonna give you guys 8 tips on how to be like the best mentee you can be. The best mentee is gonna understand it takes time, guys. We're not over here on a get rich quick, um, you know,
Anything.
anything really.
Yeah, you
Guys,
want
we're
that?
trying to
Gas
we're
stations, right?
we're trying to help you guys build real wealth and like yeah, exactly. Go get a lotto ticket at the gas station. We're here trying to build real wealth, generational wealth for you and your family. Not only mine, not only Tyler's, for yours as well. The also the best mentee is constantly activating his mentor. Um, Tyler's a little bit of a Tyler really is my mentor, so I'm sure I am activating him here and there. So
honestly, like, I want to speak on this real quick, bro, because realistically, this is so correct. And it's not that I was like, oh, I'm gonna mentor this. I liked Garrison. Garrison and I knew each other from back in the day. We started working together. I just had a little more experience. That's really the only difference between Garrison and I, is I've
Okay,
been in the game a little bit longer, and that's about it. But that's so right. The mentee activates the mentor. When Garrison asks me something that I don't know how to do or I don't know the answer to, what does it force me to do? It
go get the
activates
answer.
me to go figure it the fuck out so I can help my team, right? If, like the end of the day, it's what a leader does, guys. I mean, um,
Facts.
but again, I can't take any of this credibility and say I did it all myself, because Garrison has been one of those people that said, hey, he does it all the time. We were at the an event or like a after party. He's like, yo, should we go connect with these people? Yeah, it's a great idea, bro. But it was like I was just like enjoying my time. Like, it's cool. We'll connect with people here in a little bit. I'm just kind of vibing. He's like, yo, let's go connect with people, right? He's activating me. So back to you, bro.
All right, but so this also kind of goes along with that. God gave us two ears. I said 2 ears and one mouth for a reason, guys. When you ask that question, make sure you listen and take that in. Always be listening, guys. Constantly, always make sure you're listening to, you know, if you're sitting at a restaurant and you hear someone talking business behind you, maybe you should just pull up a chair next to them and ask them some questions. Don't be afraid, you know. People who ask, Tyler said this to me a lot. People who ask the most questions get the most answers. And
Facts.
the best mentee is the best play runner. The mentor is going to give us they're going to give us the layout. They're going to give you the play, and you're going to go run it, and don't go back to them until you finish that play. They're when you're on the football field, say you're a quarterback, the coach calls you out to play, and what are you going to do? Are you going to go over there and think about it, maybe change it, maybe change the play, maybe I'm just going to run the ball instead of throw it this time. And then who knows? Maybe you run it, you fumble it, you lose the game because you changed the play. Um, it's that doesn't always happen. Sometimes you got to call an audible because you see the defense,
Right,
whatever.
right.
But but you get the point. The next thing is the best mentee is always going to ask like intentional questions. Don't uh, don't like I don't care about Tyler's favorite color. Like like I'm not gonna go ask him my favorite. What's your favorite color, bro? But so like, and then that's one thing. The next thing is the best mentee will seek a meaningful relationship, not with only his mentor, but every person around him. Because we want, I want to attract successful people around me personally. Some people I know like to attract like people that draw them down, people that want to go out every weekend. You know, some people like to do that. That's just not me. I've had that life. Um, so the best mentee also does not take it personal. Like if I'm doing something wrong, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I quit because Tyler told me I was doing it wrong, or something like that. Like I'm not gonna take it personal, guys. Like neither should you. Be coachable. You have to be coachable. Um, the best mentee also prepares for the adversity, guys, especially in the network marketing industry and crypto specifically. It's a scam, guys. You guys should get out of it right now. And you guys can leave the money on the table for me.
Me too, bro. Leave some extra bread up there.
Yeah, but always prepare for the adversity, guys. It's gonna come no matter what field you're in. Everybody's gonna, oh, you're a millionaire, oh, you must have it so easy. But guys, we're putting in work behind the scenes that they don't see. Not saying I'm a millionaire yet, but I know I will be. And we're putting in work behind the scenes that people don't see. We don't care. Look at our participants, Tyler. If I don't even know if I said that right. We got me and you in here right now, but we're gonna
Yep.
post this on YouTube. We're still here running this call.
Yep. Running the play, bro.
We're running the plays. Um, I mean, we only got 3 minutes left. Let me see if I can find like one more. 5 steps to daily success. This is from Brandon Boyd. I'll give you guys this real quick.
Real quick,
15
real
minutes
quick.
of at least 15 minutes minimum personal development. Post daily on your walls or stories. Expose 2 to 5 people a day to whatever product you're working with, guys. As an entrepreneur, we're salesmen. So maybe you're selling 3 to 5 different products or whatever it may be. Try to expose at least 2 of them to each project, whatever it is. Attend one Go Live or Zoom, 5 to 6 days a week. A Go Live is something that me and Tyler have access to because we work with IM Academy, they're called. feel free to, hit us up if you guys are wondering anything about that. We can go into that more in detail on another call. Um, I mean, really tomorrow if you guys want it. But we also, when you're running calls, like me and Tyler, we promoted this call. So always promote your calls. Make the decision that you will make the time. Make the decision that you will make the time necessary to achieve your goals. So
Facts,
we got
bro.
we got
Facts, man. I
we got
appreciate
about
that.
a
Is that all
minute
of them?
50 left. Yeah. So
Bet.
guys, you're gonna make the time for stuff you want to do. You make the time to go out on the weekends. You make the time for video games. Why can't you make time to get some business and work done?
Facts, man. Well,
I'll leave
on
that
the
there.
closing note, right, mic drop. On the closing note, guys, don't take any of this information lightly. This is information Garrison and myself. I just told you I paid close to $100,000 for some of this information I just shared with you for the last 7 years. Garrison and myself just spent probably close to $1,000 total each just in this last event, roughly. Probably, I mean, roughly. I don't know the exact number on that, but just this last event alone, I mean, we were just sharing thousands of dollars worth of information with you for free. So, don't take this stuff lightly. And with
People,
that being,
I
go
bet.
ahead.
People legit pay thousands of dollars for stuff that we get access through IM every month. For
Facts,
every day we get access to it, but for only a little bit a month.
facts,
Six
man.
dollars a day.
Literally. Well, with that being said, guys, we got less than a minute. We will see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, Garrison.
Yeah, we could do that. You work
Cool.
tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll see you
7
guys at
p.m.
7.
7 p.m. Eastern, guys. We'll
Fuck,
see you
that
for the
was
technical analysis call, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
peace.